You get a message from Logan Paul. He wants to try your burgers. What did that feel like?
Oh, dude, I was literally 10 a.m. on a Tuesday morning smoking a brisket, going about my day in my pajamas, and I get a message from Majlak. He's like, hey, I'm like, this can't be real. I start freaking out. I'm jumping on the couch. My sister's like, what's this guy doing? And I'm
Mike
freaking
Majlak,
out.
for context, is the 40-year-old that associates himself with Logan. He's on Impulsive Podcast.
Exactly.
That's
he dated Lana Rhodes.
That's the one.
Yeah, the whole shebang. Potentially her son's father, but
allegedly Blake Griffin, possibly. But continue. We digress.
So he's like, yeah, man, we're filming a podcast here with a laser beam. We got the boys down. Can you come past? I'm like, yeah, it should be good. What time do you need me there? He's like, oh, if we finish at 12:30. I'm like, bro, it's like 10 a.m. I didn't say that. I'm like, oh, yeah, sweet, I'll be there. I'll make it happen. I called my manager. I'm like, all right, meet me there. I told my sister, I called up employees. I sorted out chips, meat, supplies. I made like 20 phone calls in the space of 10 minutes just trying to organise everything.
Because he is someone that drop everything, get there as soon as you can.
As a creator, 100%.
You've seen like the Today Show, the crowd outside there. It was like nuts. And so the first thing I did was, before I found out the time actually, I got in my car, straight to the barber, because I had a rough haircut.
Fade.
I needed a skin fade off the bat. And then I saw the message while I was driving, 12:30. I'm like, oh shit, all right, turn around. Yeah, I made it happen. It was like the most stressful thing. It was pouring down rain. But we made it there. They were staying in North Ride, some random house there.
Probably Airbnb, like something like that.
Yeah, some real estate thing. And yeah, we pulled up, made them burgers, met them all. It was a pretty good experience.
What was it like? Did they give you advice on being a creator? What was the conversations like while you were there?
So we only had, say, 20 minutes with them. I actually got advice on burgers, which I was like, oh, okay, fair enough. I would have liked a bit more different stuff, but it was pretty like service level chats. They were like, oh, good stuff. And Mike was probably the most chill out of all of them. It was pretty like organic, natural to talk to. Logan was a bit funny, I'd say that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, just hard to kind of
converse with?
Yeah, it was like in his own bubble in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah, not trying to talk shit.
Well, no, of course. But I mean, like when you're that high level, the guy's in WrestleMania this week.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, he just probably operates on just a.
Yeah, he's probably thinking about whatever.
Exactly right, but I mean, it's still a pretty crazy experience.
Yeah,
these guys were the most coveted thing, the most talked about thing while they were here in Australia. They were there for the UFC. They're launching Prime, and then you just get to hang out with them and make your Chebbo's burgers. What was their rating of the burgers?
I got an 8.4 from Mike, which I'll take, but I feel like I could have done better. His criticisms were the patty should be thinner. However, living in Bankstown, everyone's like, oh, make the patty thicker.
Double, need double.
Yeah, exactly. So I'll take that. And then the pickles should have been thicker as well, which is fair enough.
Could be an American thing, though.
Yeah, they do, because every other burger that he rates is like the typical smash burger, like very thin, thick pickles, muttered potato roll.
That might just him being a bit of an indie, because you think Americans, they like everything plus size, everything bigger. So
exactly.
What about George, though? Middle Eastern kind of...
what was that, sorry?
George Janko.
Oh,
he was there.
Dude, I'd seen him on podcasts before, but I feel bad. Like, obviously from his persona, he's a nice guy, chill guy, whatever, very humble. He was like so quiet throughout the whole time. I didn't even get it. Like, I noticed him at the very end shaking his hand. I'm like, oh shit, bro.
Two Middle Eastern blokes would get on.
Yeah, and everyone says you look alike. I'm like, could have done something there, but yeah, I was like, shit, bro. I felt so bad because obviously we've seen how he's been, the dramas that they've had amongst each other. And
on the podcast.
Fake drama. Fake drama.
And how he's upheld himself throughout it all. Like, he looks like a genuine guy.
Yeah.
And yeah, throughout the whole thing, I'm like, fuck, bro, I should have started this guy at least.
Yeah, jeez.
Yeah.